Hello and welcome to another Wraggy's beer review on a day where the sun's out and I've done the front garden, mowed and weeded and whatnot, and now I'm in the back garden, done the hot tub room. It's a good day. So I'm going to review and from Bridlington, from Brewer and Taproom. This is a guy from Bridlington. It's a single brewery, what you would call a nano brewery. Brewing some amazing beers, and like I said, it was Liam Musco put me onto it last year, and maybe even before that. I met, because we all talk and you forget what you've said. No one's perfect in this world. Far, far from perfect. Far. So from them, this is their Strawberry and Milkshake Max 4.6% ABV. I think it's a Strawberry Milkshake Max. Yeah, that must be what it means. Yeah. So on the back, it just says strawberry fruits, subtle sweet strawberry taste, and that's what it says. Brewed on the 16th of September 2022. So here we go. More than likely bottle condition, so that's always something, and like me, I've just shook the bottle, so probably wasn't the smartest thing to do. Oh. So let's crack the beer, we'll have a chat, we'll drink a beer, and I've got some exciting news as well. So yeah, I'm in the garden today. Like I said, just on the front garden, it was ready. Picking weeds out the lawn, all good fun. Oh, smell that strawberry. That's what I was waiting for. Oh, here we go. So I think I've just shook it up accidentally. We'll get a little bit of time to dissipate. So yeah, weeded the front garden, get a good trim. Got some people coming round, and I'm supposed to be a gardener, and the weather's been so miserable and wet and cold. It's still pretty cool actually for the time of year. But it look like we're getting a week of dry weather, which brilliant. I need to get the mowing done. Both sites need to get the mowing done. Need to get the mowing done at home. Get the weeding done. You can't really tell. You can only pick out this time of the year the stuff that you know is weeds. Even I don't know every single little thing until it starts to get a bit bigger, and then weed or not. And sometimes, I mean, technically, a weed is a plant in a place where you don't want it. So you could have a lawn that's full of dandelions, but you may love dandelions. You can make a dandelion wine. I've had a dandelion wine. It was a bit cringy, to be honest. It's oh dear. Yes. Yeah. So it's dissipating quite nice. So it's looking like a slightly hazy golden pour on this. Now, while I wait for that, so in some ways, doing this gives me the perfect time. So if you didn't know, the other week, Stuart, the brewer, came down to Nottingham, came down to the Star Inn and stopped there. The Star Inn is the hotel above the Star Inn. Tell you what, if you want to come to Nottingham and sample, you don't even have to go into the city centre, because Beeston is a town on the outskirts. I know Crummy's done a video on this, but Beeston is a town on the outskirts, and you've got the Star Inn, 10 lines a cask. The keg is a bit, Beavertown and whatnot. But if you like Beavertown, then it's good for you. No one can tell you what you like and what you don't like. But the Crown Inn, Pottle, Totally Tapped, Hop Pole, Malt Shovel, And then there were other pubs. There's even Wetherspoons, you know, if you want a cheap pint and a cheap bit of food. Um, Obviously, Wetherspoons were a bit naughty in COVID, and some not the they're not the favourites of a lot of people in the beer community. But you know, everyone's on a budget, and I'd love to get all the big name craft beers, but at the end of the day, I can only get what I get, and that's that. You know, trying to have a bit of a social life these days, and you know, going to the pub, supporting the local pubs, buying local beers, which helps support the local economy as well, rather than you supporting the likes of Aldi and whatnot. So yeah, so a few days ago, talking about it came down to Nottingham and bought me a caricature. So I've got to get this framed. I don't know where's best to get it framed, but there's a bloke who does caricatures over in Bridlington, who also does a bit of homebrew, to be fair. And yeah, and the funniest thing is that day at the Star Inn, I was actually wearing that particular jumper. I've only really got one jumper, so all my other jumpers are work jumpers, or Christmas jumpers, because I don't really wear them. So it's really funny, that was. So anyway, he announced last week, I think it was, that he's doing a Wraggy brew, and I thought, wow, that's very nice. I've got to get it. I've got to get some, and lo and behold, I seen it before Liam Musco tagged me in, but I've been tagged in. So there you go. You can actually press pause and read that, but I'll read it for you anyway while that's dissipating. So Sunday's brew is another new one. Wraggy's Date with Fate. It's a sweet date stout with 500 grams of dried dates added at the start of the boil. It's to celebrate past, present, and future of the great Mr. Wraggy, YouTube legend. I won't go that far. Past, as in his visit to my brewery and taproom in Bridlington back into October 2022. Wow, that was a great day. But wet again, It'd have been lovely to sit there and do a full day there, I tell you now. Present is, as in this bit, celebrating all his kind words towards every brewery out there. I do try to be kind. I understand. I've got friends in all the brewery community, friends that I've made from reviewing local beers and reviewing beers across the country. And, the beers are good. I'm not going to be an arse. I've been an arse a couple of times over the years. There's been times where I may have said something naughty, but 99.9% of the time, I'm actually quite positive about the beer. You can say something about beer, and the brewers themselves know what if the beer's not looking right, sometimes without even you saying a thing. And then you get whatever you get, they listen, they know. If you're saying you're getting such and such, and they're like, where are you getting that from? So they know. Future, as in July this year, when he celebrates his 25 years of marriage and a renewal of his wedding vows. So raise a glass and cheer this very special and kind fella. Here's you, sir. And cheers. Wow, that's two lots of beers now I need to get. Keep my eye out on them coming out in So yeah, so that kind of chose the beer I was reviewing today, because all of a sudden it's like, ooh. So wow. And locally, I've had lots of kindness showed to me from people off the YouTube channels, from fellow beer reviewers, from people who watch, friends of the YouTube people who do beer reviews, and then like local beer reviewers, local beer people, local breweries, and so on. It's so anyway, Strawberry Milkshake Max. I reckon the sediment's probably jumped in now, unless it's supposed to look like this. Hard to know. I don't know. Hazy beer doesn't bother me anyway, And it's funny, isn't it, with craft beer these days? Craft beer in bottles or craft beer in cans? Does it matter? It's interesting. on the general side of things, craft beer seems to come in cans these days, but not always. You know, it's not always the what happens. I mean, beer I make goes into plastic bottles. Why? Because it's the only thing I can afford to put it in. One, I can't afford to put it in bottles because, and yeah, you can wash them out and start again. But plastic bottles, clear plastic bottles, they're in the shed, they're in the corner, basically in the dark. And the shed's quite dark, 99% of the time the shed's dark, apart from when I turn the light on and when I open that door and let some light in. And cold air and all. So, cheers everyone. 4.6%. And, you know, it's good to see breweries around the country growing in this awful storm that we're having, still having at the moment. So there's a subtle strawberry nose, and again a nice subtle strawberry taste coming through. So that's a good thing, you know. It's like when you do a beer, you want it to be right, don't you? I brewed a beer, and on the hydrometer, so I've only got a standard hydrometer. I know there's hydrometers that go a lot further, but I've got one of these Wilco's or Summit bought hydrometers, and right below the bottom of the, is it 112, 1.12, 1.200, whatever it is, the beer was below that. It didn't go all the way to 1010, it actually went to 1045. Don't ask me what the ABV means on that. I could actually ABV calculate. So while I'm yakking, because to be honest, there we go. I don't know what it could turns out to itself. So Brewer's Friend, we'll go to that one. So original gravity, well, it was 1.2. What would you say? 1.205? I don't know. 25.9. Shit. Wait. Update. 21 degree. 21%. Can't be. Maybe it's 1, 2. I apologise. Is it 1, 2? Oh. Update. 9.84. Well, I thought it'd have been more than that. In essence, I ain't got a clue. Yeah, I would have thought it'd been a bit more than that. 2 kits have gone, and 2 kits and a bag of sugar have gone into that. It smells big and boozy. It's as thick as you like. And well, lessons learned into, you know, with brewing. I don't think you never 100%. I don't think anything ever goes 100% perfect. Certainly not for me anyway. So, enjoying this. I just want to let the air get to it. I taste more of that strawberry coming through. And it is. I'm getting the strawberry at the front, but there's also a vanilla coming in. And dare I say it, like a bit of a pastry stout feel to it. Am I getting right? Hard to know. Hard to know. Or was it the donut I had about 20 minutes ago, sitting in my teeth, ready to come out? Maybe. This is what I like about beer reviews. You can all go to a pub and drop a beer down your neck in less than a minute or two. You know, a couple of minutes. Woof, gone. In fact, I've been with somebody. It was a dad of somebody on a work trip once, and we're at the table. Bear in mind, we'd all been drinking all day. On the way home on the work trip, pulled into this pub. It might have been in Bingham. On the way back, pulled into this pub anyway, and we're all having a pint. You know, we're all about absolutely had it. And this big bloke sat down, and he was just necking pint after pint, and it's like, where the hell do you put that? But then I've seen the stories of Andre the Giant. That bloke could drink. Wow, I mean, obviously he was a big bloke, but you know, and whether the internet's got it wrong, he bought a 50 pack of beer, whether it was cans or bottles, I'm not sure. And he was with somebody and they were driving. So one bloke had a 6 pack, driving with a 6 pack of beers. They think you'd get away with that in America, but obviously it was 30 years ago. And he had a 50 pack and walloped the lot down him and didn't even go for a piss, which is absolutely outstanding. I mean, God, after about 4 or 5 pints, I'm at the toilet twice or 3 times every pub. It's literally, you wee more out than you've brought in, but yeah, bonkers in it. So it's tasting very nice. I know what beers are going to be shown at the Wraggy Beer Festival. I guess I need to get some ordering. When as soon as I see them on the website and try and beat other people. So in some ways, maybe I shouldn't say much, but it's a lovely, kind gesture. Some will be making it, hopefully, to my wedding, and whether I drink them at the wedding or not, I'm not sure. We'll see. Don't intend to do beer reviews on my wedding vow renewal day. Funny thing is, not sent out all the invites yet. Not sure how many I've sent out. My daughter's keeping tabs of that, thankfully. Yeah, not how many we've sent out. Still not got a best man, but do you need a best man for a wedding vow renewal? I'm not so sure. It's not like a wedding day. And you know something, really, I don't like sticking to these old-fashioned laws that say you've got to do it this way. I don't like being told what to do at the best of times, especially by an inept government that just seem to do as they please and tell you to do what they want you to do while they're doing whatever they like, and they're all so guilty. They're all millionaires looking after the rich. And we need to get rid of the Tories. We certainly do. But our Labour any better? I don't know. It's tough, isn't it? Can't be any worse. You'd hope. But there's pros and cons with all of that. All of it. And politics, keep away from. Not interested in politics. Not interested in politics. I'm not interested in the bickering that seems to go off in the world. I'm not interested. I really am not. I'm a bloke who's got a wife, and we've got 3 kids, grandkids, and a dog. We've got some friends, got friends online, people that I speak to on the internet and that's it. What happens with the rest of the world is not really up to me. And at one stage on YouTube, I was like watching what was going off, let's say, with other beer reviewers, and where there was naughty things going off, putting my oar in, and that from a long while I've kept out of it, and will absolutely keep out of the whole lot. Not interested. I'll do my thing. If people like me, they'll watch. If people don't like me, they won't watch, and that's the best way, I think. I'm not getting involved in wars and all that. No point. But anyway, so we've got 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Wow. Why do I give it 20 minutes? I want the beer to show its flavours. And by warming up, by being out of the bottle, by engaging with the air, the beer will show its flavours. Sometimes flavours that you didn't really know were there. And this is a beer that's great at fridge temperature, but when the warmth gets to it, it also brings out more like ice cream flavours, and that's what's coming through. I've got the rest to drink outside while I pot a load of pumpkin and butternuts. All good fun. Sunday afternoon. But you've got to win. The weather's warm. The sun's out. I've got a hell of a load of work to do that I've got to get done, because whatever I do now is great for the summer. And it's things like that. You know, looking after the summer, and as a gardener I sow seeds. I hope I win. I don't always win. Sometimes I lose drastically. We've got a car sat on the drive where we've lost massively, and it breaks our heart to see it sat there rotting away. But hopefully things will start moving positivity. You know, keep thinking positive. I'm from now on, and I have been for a long while, I've tried to keep away from negativity, and I'll continue to do that. But anyway, massive thanks to Mr. Brewer and Taproom for this. Strawberry on the nose. It was quite subtle at first. It grew a bit. I wouldn't say it was craft beer strawberry, where they throw absolutely tons in, which must cost a fortune to make. But it's certainly the strawberries there came into like an ice cream sort of thing going off, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. A good 4.45 for me out of 5. Cheers all.